In May 2019, the United States government made a decision it believed would cripple China's artificial intelligence ambitions for a generation. It put Huawei on a blacklist. No American chips. No American software. No access to TSMC, the Taiwanese factory that makes the world's most advanced semiconductors. Overnight, Huawei lost the supply chain it had spent decades building. The plan was simple. Cut off the tools. The technology dies with them. 6 years later, that chip is sitting in data centers across China, powering DeepSeek, the AI model that shook Silicon Valley. ByteDance is ordering it by the hundreds of thousands. Alibaba is switching to it. NVIDIA just took a $5.5 billion loss because of it. Its name is the Ascend 910C, and the engineers who examined it have one consistent reaction. They are calling it impossible. To understand what the Ascend 910C actually is, you need to understand what it was built against. When Huawei was added to the U.S. Entity List in 2019, the restrictions were not symbolic, they were surgical. TSMC stopped making Huawei's chips the moment the ink dried. ASML, the Dutch company that makes the machines used to print the world's most advanced chips, was blocked from selling to China. American software companies pulled their licenses. Inside Huawei's semiconductor division, the leadership used 2 words to describe what came next: extreme survival mode. A secret project was launched. Its leader was He Tingbo, president of Huawei's semiconductor business. The mission was not to wait for the sanctions to be lifted. The mission was to make sanctions irrelevant. The problem they faced was not simple. NVIDIA's H100, the chip powering most of the world's AI at the time, was built on TSMC's 4nm process, the most advanced manufacturing technology on Earth. Huawei had no access to it. The only foundry China had, SMIC, was operating on 7nm class technology. Technology that TSMC had moved past years earlier. Technology built without EUV lithography machines, because those were banned too. You cannot match a 4nm chip with a 7nm process. The physics do not allow it. So Huawei stopped trying to match it. And that decision, that single strategic pivot, is what changed everything. The Ascend 910C is not a single chip, it is 2. Huawei took 2 of its previous generation Ascend 910B processors and fused them into a single package using a technique called dual die integration. 2 chips, 1 board, 1 system that the rest of the world sees as one device. The result: 800 teraflops of FP16 compute, 3.2 terabytes per second of memory bandwidth, 96 gigabytes of HBM2E memory, more than the H100's 80 gigabytes. On paper, that looks like an 80% match against the H100, but the number that actually matters is not 80%. In early 2025, the DeepSeek team, the engineers behind the AI model that briefly crashed NVIDIA's stock price, published internal benchmarks. They had run both chips side by side. The Ascend 910C, they found, delivered approximately 60% of the H100's inference performance on their models. 60% sounds like losing. In a normal market, it would be. But this is not a normal market. The H100 is banned from China entirely. The H20, NVIDIA's deliberately weakened version made specifically for the Chinese market, was banned in April 2025. When the U.S. Commerce Department announced that decision, NVIDIA took a $5.5 billion write-off in a single quarter. The chip that delivers 60% of a banned chip's performance now has zero competition for the world's second-largest AI market. That is not a loss, that is a monopoly. Here is the detail that most coverage of this story misses completely. NVIDIA's real grip on the AI world was never the chip. It was the software around the chip. For over a decade, NVIDIA has built and maintained a programming framework called CUDA. Every major AI lab on Earth wrote their code in CUDA. Every model, every training run, every inference pipeline. The entire AI industry ran on a platform that only worked with NVIDIA hardware. Switching chips did not just mean buying new hardware. It meant rewriting years of code, retraining thousands of engineers, rebuilding pipelines that took years to build. The cost of leaving NVIDIA was so high that even companies who wanted to leave could not afford to. The Ascend 910C shipped with Huawei's CAN software stack, specifically designed to be CUDA compatible. A developer who wrote code for NVIDIA could run it on Huawei with minimal rewriting. The lock was picked. The moment that happened, the dam broke. ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, committed approximately $5.6 billion to Huawei Ascend 2025 alone. Alibaba followed. Tencent followed. DeepSeek fully migrated its inference workload to Ascend 910C by February 2025. NVIDIA's China market share, which once sat at 95%, has collapsed toward 50%. Jensen Huang, NVIDIA's CEO, confirmed the number himself. The sanctions did not stop the switch. The sanctions caused it. The Ascend 910C is not the final chapter of this story. It is the opening chapter. Huawei's roadmap extends through 2028. The Ascend 920, already in production at SMIC's new 6nm process, is estimated to be 30 to 40% faster than the 910C. After that comes the Ascend 950. After that, the 960. Each generation closing the gap. Each generation built on a foundation the previous one laid. And Huawei is thinking beyond the chip itself. In May 2026, the company announced a new architecture called logic folding, a fundamentally different approach to how semiconductors are designed. Instead of shrinking transistors to gain performance, logic folding stacks circuit layers vertically, like floors of a building. Huawei claims this approach can achieve 55% higher transistor density than conventional methods by 2031, without needing the EUV machines they are banned from buying. The US sanctions assumed a fixed ceiling on what Chinese chip makers could achieve. Huawei is proposing a different ceiling altogether. Step back and look at the full picture. A country was cut off from the tools it needed to build advanced chips. Instead of waiting, it launched a secret project. That project produced a chip that now dominates the largest AI market outside the United States. That chip is already 1 generation old. The next one is in production. The logic that powered the sanctions was, if you cannot build the tools, you cannot build the technology. What Huawei demonstrated is something different. If you cannot build the tool, you build a different tool, one that does not need the thing you were denied. The Ascend 910C is not the most powerful AI chip in the world. NVIDIA's Blackwell architecture still leads on raw performance. The software gap is real. The power efficiency gap is real. On a chip-for-chip basis, Huawei is not winning. But chip-for-chip was never the game. The game was, who controls the infrastructure of artificial intelligence inside the world's most important emerging market? In 2019, the answer was NVIDIA. In 2025, after every escalation, after every ban, after a $5.5 billion write-off, the answer is Huawei. The US government tried to stop China from building advanced AI hardware. 6 years later, China's largest tech companies have stopped buying American chips. Not because they were forced to, but because they no longer need to. The chip that was supposed to be impossible is now in production. The software lock that was supposed to hold the market is broken. And the sanctions that were supposed to set China back a decade may have compressed that decade into 3 years. If this is the kind of story that changes how you see the world, subscribe. And tell me in the comments, do you think the US sanctions backfired, or is this still under control? No right answer. I want to know where you actually land.